Join me in welcoming the next president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
That's not going to work. Can't have that. Can't have that. I know those song owners. They'll hit me. They will hit me. They have hit me. They're very greedy little. I think part of the reason they actually do this is so they can hit people. I think the reason they gave him license to do it. I wish we'd take a different song than that one. Because, yeah, let's move along here. Let's move through the crowd. We don't need to. Yeah, I know those folks. All right. Very blurry, isn't it? It's either very blurry or my eyes are bad.
Thank you. USA. 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 Get back. Because our country's not feeling so well nowadays. And we're going to bring it back and we're going to make it healthy and beautiful and better than ever. And it's really, this is some crowd and you can duplicate the crowd outside. So if anybody would like to give up your seat, that would be okay. No. Let's have a good time. Thank you very much, everybody.
That song gets me fired up every time.
So Lee Greenwood is so great. Great guy, too.
Maybe,
well,
but
Mr. President,
thank you.
Very ticky-tacky.
Very special evening for us all to have a conversation about some of the real issues that are facing Americans across the country and that don't get talked about often enough. And I want to start with one that's very personal to me, hard to talk about sometimes. This is only the second time I've spoken about it publicly, but my husband and I were married almost 10 years ago. We wanted to start a family. We were very excited about it. Unfortunately, it was very difficult. We were not successful in trying to get pregnant. For us, IVF seemed to be the only option.
I never heard this about her. I did not know this.
As you know, it's a pretty difficult process. It's very, very expensive. I was in Congress at the time, traveling. I would carry the medicine that I had to administer shots to myself sometimes in an airport bathroom. And ultimately, the most difficult part was every time going to the doctor for another transfer and hoping that it would result in a positive pregnancy test, and then being heartbroken over and over every time that test came back negative. Now, I know some of your opponents, your political opponents, are saying that you want to ban IVF. While it didn't work for us, it's worked for a lot of families. And I just know that there are women and couples in this crowd, or those who are watching here tonight.
I gotta pause and say I don't understand what the problem is with IVF. Like, I don't understand who's. To me, this is like people against IVF, and I would love it if someone could explain it to me why this is even a topic. To me, it's like, why would you? That's like saying, like, are you in support of aspirin? Are you in support? Do you support aspirin? Do you support aspirin? Like, why? Who's against aspirin? What is the? Is there an argument? Is there an argument against IVF that some people make? Like, is that like a controversial thing to say? I'm pro IVF. Maybe someone explain it to me. The problem is that it happens to leftover embryos. So in vitro fertilization, is that what it is? So is it that some Catholics or is it like a religious thing? The theory is that IVF isn't pro-life because some of the fertilized eggs won't be used or implanted, so babies die. Okay. All right. I guess then some are not going to be implanted. It's a fertilized egg. Okay. I thought it was a pro-life issue. I just wasn't sure, how does this become like a pro-life issue? Because it does seem pretty extremist to say a fertilized egg, which didn't spend 10 minutes in a body, that's life. You also don't get it. It feels like a manufactured issue. Catholics are against IVF because unused eggs are thrown away or used in an experiment. You see, I don't understand. Okay, so an unused egg, literally every woman who's not pregnant throws away an unused egg every 29 and a half days. Like, I don't understand. Like, you want to tell me a fertilized egg has more sanctity to it or something of that nature? Okay, I guess some people would have a religious thing against it. It's not, to my knowledge, it's not something I've ever asked before. I've never heard of anyone of any Torah concept. It sounds like the sort of thing like you sort of would need to like ask a rabbi. Like, this is if the situation happened with like an Orthodox Jewish couple, it's the sort of thing which like they would ask a rabbi, but like invariably the rabbi would say, "Go ahead." That's how it feels like. This is one of those types of issues where it's like you sort of want to get the approval, but it's like there would be none of them if not for the fact that they're having an effort. This is what I don't understand about it. None of these eggs would be fertilized if not for the fact that they are actively trying to put more humans in the world. So we have two alternatives: do nothing or try to add humans to the world. And the way we try to add humans to the world is by having egg fertilization through IVF. I don't understand a perspective that God's like, oh yeah, let's not have more people in the world. I'm not saying that in a derisive sort of way. I'm just saying philosophically, I don't really understand it.